Hello, guys, how are you? Welcome once again to our Wednesday witty sessions. And yes, we're all excited for another Wednesday, and it's also festive time. So it's just amazing to go live with entrepreneurs from different walks of life. So this is Nikita Kaushik, co-founder and designer at Studio Casa 9, which is a contemporary women's wear brand. And yes, we're extremely excited and happy that we've started another vertical by the name The Woven Lab. So we will soon talk about it as well. Today on board we have none other than Dawal Soni, and he's already here live. And let me introduce him in a minute. And let me just go live with him. Hi, hi Sonia. Hi Dawal. So yes, Dawal is a very multi-talented personality, and I would like to hear more from him as well. Hi Dawal, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing? Thanks for
Very well,
asking.
very well, very well. So how's the season going for you, and how have you been otherwise?
Season is good. In fact, a lot many things to learn during the lockdown. People say it's an opportunity
Hmm.
that everyone is missing on income, but for me, it's like I'm gaining on income,
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
uh, learning new things, teaching new things, and started venturing into new verticals.
Wow, why don't you share a little bit more on this? I mean, I'm curious to know what all have you learned and what all new verticals have you started?
Certainly. I basically started my entrepreneurship career in 2000. So basically, I
Mm-hmm.
learned many things like healing, say
Mm-hmm.
chakra healing, then there's aura healing, there is automatic writing, there is tarot cards, angel cards, fairy
Mm-hmm.
cards, then there's oracle cards, there's crystal cards,
Mm-hmm.
then tashomancy. Tashomancy is where people do teacup readings. Like basically, you have a green tea, and whatever remains in your tea, you give a reading from that. The best
Really?
episode of
Like,
uh,
really?
it's from Harry Potter. There is one scene in Prisoner of Azkaban
Mm-hmm.
where Hermione is attending a class where she, uh, goes through a reading, and where Harry Potter's reading says there is a
Hmm.
grim in his teacup. So
Hmm.
that's when things starts weird with him. So that
Okay.
that gives us an indication of near future things that happen in our near future. So we
Mm-hmm.
can get a gist about it. So just like
Wow.
prediction, you can say.
Wow, I've never heard of this or
And
never heard anybody talking about this, and this is something very different. And I
it's not
mean,
developed much in India,
correct.
wherein people abroad like US,
Mm-hmm.
UK, they practice this, and it has a value. In fact, in India
Mm-hmm.
also tarot readers are not given that, but uh, nowadays
Mm-hmm.
people are getting aware about such knowledge, and they have started
Mm-hmm.
like uh, understanding what exactly is tarot reading, tasseomancy,
Mm-hmm.
then what is chakras, what is aura. So these all are
Mm-hmm.
always been there. In even our Vedas, they tell many things about chakras and everything. But we
Mm-hmm.
we get busy in our day-to-day lives, and we never get a
Absolutely,
chance to
absolutely.
understand what these things are.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, Dhaval, there are a lot of guests that I can see who have joined online. Would you want to just say a quick hi and we'll start our session because I have so many
Sure,
questions to cover under this.
absolutely.
Yeah,
Hello,
chat.
everyone. Good to see you here live. Rupal is there. Rupal is
Yes, I know.
live,
Hi, Rupal. Yeah, 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 yeah. Hi. All right.
and
So that was something that I really have always strongly believed in. There is something called as the almighty power. There's something called as, you have your own aura, and there's something also called as
correct.
your own and all of us have inbuilt intuition levels. Okay,
Yes,
something that's your inner voice. Now, not everybody really understands or takes this seriously. But I, as a person, have always listened to my inner voice. I mean, nobody really told me about it, but somehow when things don't go right, you kind of get an indication, or when there is certain thing that you strongly believe in and you want to do it, there are those indications which come across, and I kind of try and follow as much as I can. What happened in the bargain was I also became a rebellious person in the long run, because not everybody would understand why I'm doing what I'm doing. And it's also very difficult to share that, okay, if I'm doing this, what is the reason behind it? Because because you don't
Hmm.
want to share, you just want to see the results coming out first and then kind of,
Correct.
share things out. So what's your call on this, on this intuition or your inner call, and how should one develop and trust in this more and more?
Intuition is more basically depends on how concentration levels are. It's more
Mm-hmm.
like you how much you learn. See, universe has everything for us. It's just we
Hmm.
need to ask the universe to give us.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
it's always said, whatever you ask for, you always get it. So
Hmm.
it
Hmm.
totally depends how intense you ask, you desire for it, and the more the
Hmm.
intense it is, and more quicker the results you will get. So it's totally
Hmm.
to
Hmm.
on your intentions. Like if you are intending for a positive outcome, then you just
Hmm.
keep the positive outcome in your mind. Do not
Hmm.
let
Hmm.
even a small crack or a hairline fracture also come in of a negativity.
Hmm.
The moment
Hmm.
you get
Hmm.
1% negativity in your thing, it will always
Hmm.
linger in your mind. So
Correct.
it's
Correct.
always
Correct.
to just have a positive attitude to be it even negative thing.
Hmm.
Look at the positive outcome of it,
Hmm. Hmm. Great. Great.
and one can
This is something
develop
what,
sixth
yeah.
sense. One can
Hmm.
develop the sixth sense just by concentrating on it and listening to their mind. You would have seen many
Hmm.
people, speaking to themselves. In today's
Correct.
modern
Correct.
world, we call them mad. They are just speaking to
Hmm.
themselves, but their intellectual is more higher than us. Say if you
Hmm.
do
Hmm.
their you can say your graph test, then
Hmm.
aptitude test or a graph test, then certainly
Hmm.
they will stand at 89, 89, 90, and where we would stand would be like 40, 60.
Wow.
So that
Okay.
difference
Okay.
intellectual they have.
Hmm. 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 Wow. This is amazing. This is like really amazing. Something that I also believe that, when you follow your heart, and when you do things which you really make meaning to you, the outcome automatically becomes positive and productive, and
Correct.
while versus when you're compelled to do something. What's your take on this now?
Hmm. This depends more on what you drive. If you
Hmm.
drive
Hmm.
positivity, if you drive result oriented, whatever work you do. For example,
Hmm.
I started. I just had a trip to Aurangabad.
Hmm.
Everyone would know the Ajanta Ellora caves in
Hmm. Hmm.
Aurangabad. So
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
just happened to go there. My journey about crystals started from there.
Okay.
So
Okay.
if you go towards the Ellora caves, there are
Hmm.
few shops outside the
Hmm.
entrance who sell these
Hmm.
crystals and
Hmm.
everything. So I just
Hmm.
happened to see them, and
Hmm.
it fascinated me.
Hmm. Hmm.
Colorful crystals, and I asked them like what the
Hmm.
source is and everything. How did you
Hmm.
find them? Well, it's all
Hmm.
from the Mother Earth is gifting us, and we just are a source to sell them.
Hmm. Hmm.
So that gave me interest in learning crystal healing. Now,
Wow.
crystal
Okay.
healing is such you can say realm of healing where you
Hmm.
heal with crystals.
Hmm.
And
Hmm.
crystals at an atomic level, if you see, they also have
Hmm.
molecule structure. They have every object has a molecule structure,
Hmm. Hmm.
wherein crystals resonate with our frequency.
Hmm.
Every
Hmm.
humans have a like on what they communicate, on what they hear.
Hmm.
Same way,
Hmm.
crystals also communicate on a frequency,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
it
Hmm.
is only crystals which can certainly match the frequency of humans.
Correct.
So if
Correct.
you are at a calm place, at peace
Hmm.
of your mind, you can actually speak to a crystal, and you will get
Mm-hmm.
also reply also from a crystal. It's not what you will hear visibly, but your
Hmm.
intellectually you will hear it.
Hmm. 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 Wow. This is amazing. This is amazing. So tell me something. I mean, when you started off with crystal healing, right? Uh, I mean,
Yes,
you graduated to lot many other channels, and how did these all translate for you? Because there is every process comes with a lot of understanding, a lot of deeper studies,
correct.
a lot of
Yes,
practical experimentations. How did this each
right,
interconnect with each other, and how did it help you and the client also for you? I mean,
correct.
in return.
So
Yeah.
what happens is the moment I
Hmm.
heard about crystals, I thought, why not
Hmm.
see, there is every study about everything on earth. So I started exactly can help me get more in-depth knowledge about crystals. So there's a course that came to my mind. I mean, I saw it on Google, done by Mumbai University, Kalina. They have a course on geology. Now, geology is basically a study about earth science, you can say. Whatever comes from the earth, you study on those. And then geology somehow got me connected to gemology.
Okay.
So those both courses I did. I did geology from Mumbai University. I did gemology from a certified institute in Opera House, where you learn about basically about precious and semi-precious stones. Now
Correct.
they
Correct.
are the finest part of the crystals. They also come the same way crystals come, just the value. They are rare, so they are valued more. And these all things are interconnected. Now, when you learn about crystals, you also learn about colors because crystals come in many colors. So then that brought me inclination towards learning color therapy.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I explored the realm of color therapy. Then in color therapy, numbers also come. So that
Correct.
brought
Correct.
me into numerology.
Wow.
Then after
Okay.
in numerology, the planets come. So that got me interested into astrology. And after astrology, the sky is the limit, you can say. So
Wow.
things
Wow.
automatically started forming a chain. And right now, I almost have 15 to 20 modalities which I know, I practice, and I also help my clients to solve their problem with those modalities.
Wow, this is amazing, and this is like a multifaceted personality that I've come across. I must say this, because I usually, whatever people that I've interacted with usually come with two or three specialities, and then people stick to one form, whether it's tarot or
Correct.
whether it's Vastu or whether it is any other, maybe it's a Reiki or a pranic healing. And they
Right.
continue that. But I mean, I've never come across someone who's done so many platforms together and applies all of them also together. So
Right.
this is really incredible, I must say. Moving on to my next question. Okay, now when a client comes to you with certain pain area, how do you suggest that, oh,
Yeah.
you should go for tarot, or you should go for crystal, or you should go for XYZ form of healing, or how do you
Correct.
suggest this?
Generally, I start with the basic thing. Now, every modality or everything has a basic. Like you do probe the main
Hmm, hmm,
basic,
hmm,
where probing will give you some zest of what exactly is going on. Now, my
hmm, hmm,
probing consists basically what did you do in past 1 week.
hmm,
So
hmm,
the karmas come into picture there.
hmm, hmm,
Now,
hmm,
healing karmas is totally a different thing. Now,
hmm,
karmas can't be healed by a healer or anyone, but the
hmm,
person himself.
hmm, hmm, hmm,
So what happens is when one after the other they tell the problem,
hmm,
I see where exactly it is getting matched to one point. We just
hmm,
try to find one pin which can
hmm,
be linked to each and every problem of his life.
hmm,
So most
hmm,
of the time, it's due to his karma itself that
hmm,
he gets into problems. Because
hmm,
even if you see the prevailing pattern of
hmm, hmm.
astrology, each and every planet gives you benefit as well as it gives you negativity.
Correct,
Negativity in
correct.
terms of you're relieving your karma, like
Hmm, hmm,
heal your karma and relieve your karma. So
hmm,
you
hmm,
just have to bear the pain and let it subside automatically. Now,
hmm,
in
hmm,
healing, what happens is
hmm,
try to inculcate as many modalities together to get the
hmm, hmm,
best result. Now,
hmm,
obviously, when you do a house cleaning, okay,
hmm,
you
hmm,
first
hmm.
with water, then you clean it with phenol, then you
Hmm,
dust it properly, you remove the
hmm, hmm,
dust, you remove each
hmm.
and every speck of dust from your house. So, same
Correct,
way
correct.
healing works. With
Hmm.
multiple modalities, you get more clarity, you get more, you can say, more crisp results.
Okay, okay.
And that is for me. Many healers don't use a multiple modality approach because they
Hmm, hmm,
think the results would be mismatched. But for
hmm,
me, it
hmm.
has worked better, and
Okay.
the results what I could achieve on one modality in 10
Hmm,
days, using
hmm, hmm.
10 modalities, I reached that result in 1 day.
One day, correct, correct. I got your point now. Okay. This is very, very simplified
Quick
now,
result.
Correct, 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 correct. Coming to my next question now, okay. In this tough times, okay, you've seen people go to extremes, okay. Some who
Hmm.
have either shut down their businesses completely because they were not able to handle the entire situation, and
Correct.
they did not maybe have the capacity to run their businesses further. Some, on the other hand, have opened other verticals and have, completely changed their field, diversified, and have done wonders for themselves. At
Yes.
this point, at this point with the situation that we are facing in general, people have lost jobs. There are thousands who have got jobless at this point of time. People who do not know what is coming next. There's so much of still uncertainties with this entire situation. Just an
Right.
overview or something that you can suggest and tell our viewers that okay, by doing this, at least you can protect yourself and your families. I'm not talking of COVID per se, the virus, but in totality, how can you just keep yourself calm and composed and move on and progress? Anything in particular that you can guide us on this at this point?
Yeah. I have always believed in the supreme power. When he has
Hmm.
given
Hmm.
you birth, he has the capacity to keep you alive as well.
Correct.
So it is the main structure, what you can say, the structural form of life, that
Hmm.
there
Hmm.
will be ups and downs. It's
Correct.
just that
Correct.
on a person, how he takes the pressure. Now,
Hmm.
obviously, the pressure will be high at times, the pressure will be low at times, and at
Hmm.
times he will be on a peak as well. So
Hmm. Hmm.
many people, due to their mentality, you can say, or
Hmm.
human
Hmm.
psychology, they can't take the uh, pressure. Now, pressure
Hmm. Hmm.
absorption. Now, if you see vehicle, okay, even
Hmm.
vehicles are
Hmm.
built with such mechanical structure that they can
Hmm.
absorb the pressure.
Hmm.
Same
Hmm.
way,
Hmm.
we need to build our intellectual mind. It's
Hmm.
all in the mind, I would say. You
Hmm. Hmm.
build your mind and make it program that way that you can
Hmm.
take the pressure and things will
Hmm.
fall in place. Because the
Hmm.
moment
Hmm.
when things are not falling in place, you get aggressive, you start
Correct.
reacting in a
Hmm.
actually you have to work on those things rather than
Hmm.
cribbing about the problems. You need to find
Hmm.
solutions to the problems, and those will
Correct. Correct.
actually bring
Hmm.
you on the positive side.
Correct. 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 Just to also understand, everybody's talking as to, maybe, even if the virus will end or not end in some time, but there is a possibility of going in another phase of lockdown, and already countries like UK and US has started that another phase. So there's a lot of ambiguity in India also currently, and people are really worried, not knowing what lies ahead of them, what is the future going to be like. Anything that you can just help and simplify things for people out here?
I would say keep believe in your faith. uh,
Hmm.
be safe. The only
Hmm.
thing what you should have is you need to be high on your immunity.
Hmm. 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 I think Dawal, your network is a little problem. Hello? Hello? Yeah, sorry, I lost you in the last sentence. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Last sentence, I lost you.
The part where basically you need to keep your safety precautions in place, as well as you need
Of
to
course,
keep
of course.
your immunity
Hmm.
levels high. Rest, just leave it on
Hmm.
him. He will take care of
Hmm.
everything. If
I
you
think that
do
was,
good,
yeah. Hmm.
karmas will come 10 times good for you. If you do bad, karmas will 10 times come bad for you. So that's my take
Hmm.
on karma. Whatever you do does come back
Hmm.
to you 10 times later.
Hmm. Hmm.
And
Absolutely. I think
because
this
of this,
was.
I started my new venture in Lockdown about soaps.
Hmm.
So this was an opportunity for
Okay.
me where I started not making soaps but helping other soapers achieve their goal and
Hmm.
their dream. So maybe
Wow. Wow.
next you can do with some of the soapers who are
Of course.
flourishing
Of
their
course.
business in lockdown.
Of course, we'll talk about this offline and we'll definitely take this ahead. And I can also see that in this lockdown, a lot of people have, not just gained a lot of, knowledge and skill sets and updated their skill sets, but also people have started second verticals, whether it's from, from just sitting from home and, getting into either into the, food businesses or any of these organic product businesses or getting into any of these teaching academies and stuff. People have done
Right.
fantastic jobs, people have done fantastic
Correct.
work in this entire lockdown phase. And I think these are the people who see themselves being progressive and not the ones
Yes.
who just sit and want to wait for the situation to unfold and then see how can we adjust ourselves into that.
Right. The situation is more like responsiveness to stimuli principle in
Hmm.
science. Everyone would have heard that.
Hmm.
It's more like survival of the fittest. Now, in order to
Hmm.
survive, it's our intellectual mind which starts thinking a step ahead of what
Hmm.
is going to happen. And
Hmm.
trust
Hmm.
me, you're intellectually sound, or I would say intellectually capable, then you will automatically know
Hmm.
where to go next. when
Correct.
when a
Correct.
child
Yeah.
is born, he automatically knows whose his father is, whose his mother is, with
Hmm.
just the touch.
Hmm.
He has not
Hmm.
seen them because he hasn't opened his eyes much or anything. But the
Hmm. Hmm.
best part is he knows. It's the sense. So
Hmm.
it's
Hmm.
that
Hmm.
sense that we need
Hmm.
to have, and surely
Hmm.
this sense will help us go miles.
Hmm. I think this was very, very important and valid because what happens is we also get carried away, right? We see people
Yes,
in our society doing something phenomenally good, and we feel, oh, I should do something like this. We see,
correct.
we see certain children doing some great performance in their school, and we feel, oh, even my child should have done that.
Our
So I
child,
think this constant, yeah, constant race and that constant competitiveness. I mean, it should be a healthy competition, of course, but that constant pressure that we keep giving ourselves and people around is something that we need to all cut it short and say that, okay, listen, this is my life and this is my family. I need to see how we together can progress, not comparing with
absolutely
anybody else, but comparing it with myself, and where I was couple of years back, and where I want to go
correct.
next, why should I get carried
Right.
away with what the world is doing around me? I should not, you know. But however said and
Uh,
done, yeah, however said and
it,
done,
it's
we are
more
all
like
humans. Yeah,
get carried away. You are building stress and nothing else.
correct,
Because
correct,
looking
correct.
at the competition, if you get into the competition, then
Hmm,
yes,
hmm,
challenges will be there and you have to accept those challenges. But
hmm,
challenges come with a lot of responsibility as well.
hmm,
So
hmm, hmm,
stress will be there. You will have anxiety levels very high. So
hmm,
yes,
hmm,
one has to deal with all of those, and
hmm.
along with that, he would also achieve the success too.
True, true, true. Absolutely. And I think this goes with, again, how determined you are, how focused you are, and how you want to, you want to make sure that you achieve what you want to achieve for yourself. Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah. So something that I also would like to ask you now, something for our younger generation, I see this younger
Hmm.
generation who are in too much of speed, I would say, to reach somewhere in life, they don't care whether whether they lose or make so much money, or they don't care whether they have to. I mean, patience is something that they're not really wanting to wait for. They want instant results. Everything is instant in their life, things
Right.
don't work and they are like, okay, let's just move on. Something didn't work well with in a relationship, and okay, just break off and move on, kind of a thing. Everything is
Correct.
very instant and the reactions are way too fast than how our generation would think, take time, pause, reflect back, think, introspect. All of that is a miss I see, in the next generation.
Right.
How
Right.
do you think can any of these techniques what you are practicing can help them calm down and help them understand that it's okay to fail, it's okay to, it's okay to not achieve your results in that immediate
Correct.
span of time, how do you
Right.
yeah, how do you calm them down?
What happens is, see, basically, when one starts getting into competitions, okay,
Hmm.
that's when
Hmm.
he will start to see like what's working for him and what's not working for him. Now,
Hmm. Hmm.
everything happens in life at its own pace. So you have
Hmm.
to give
Hmm.
time.
Hmm.
Rome was not
Hmm.
built in a day, I would say. So to build
Correct.
a
Correct.
Rome, you need to give it its own sweet time. And
Hmm.
once you
Hmm.
give time, things automatically start happening. You know,
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
it's a saying that life requires time and no one has
Hmm.
time. So if you
Hmm.
don't
Hmm.
have time, then obviously you won't have life also, because life is
Correct.
all about
Correct.
time, lifespan,
Correct.
time
Correct.
span. So
Hmm.
you need
Hmm.
to spend some time. Give it a try.
Hmm.
It's not that
Hmm.
failures are the end. Failures are in fact
Hmm.
pillars of success. Without a
Hmm.
failure,
Hmm.
you will never achieve success. That's my take on
Hmm.
it. And
Hmm.
the main part is, I would say it's good to fail so that you can
Hmm.
improve and get success in your next try.
Hmm.
Because
Hmm.
if
Hmm.
you don't, you won't taste the failure. And
Hmm.
without
Hmm.
tasting the failure, you won't know what a winning victory game is.
Absolutely. I think this is very important that our schools should start focusing more and more on,
Yes,
and teach them that it's just okay to fail, it's okay to feel bad, it's okay to not achieve what you wanted to. It's
correct.
not the end of life. You see a lot of,
Failing
yeah.
itself, new opportunities,
Hmm. Hmm.
looking at time, looking at the space around, looking at the people around, looking at the
Hmm.
generation around. So if you
Correct.
fail, you
Hmm.
suddenly you go back one step. But
Hmm.
if
Hmm.
you attacking strategy of a lion, he
Hmm.
always goes two steps back in order to pounce upon the prey.
Hmm. Hmm.
So
Hmm.
the two steps, what he's going back, it's not actually
Hmm.
he's backing off, but
Hmm.
he's trying to look at his aim so
Hmm.
that he
Hmm.
can get more clarity and more
Hmm.
crisp. He can be on his target, bang on, like
Correct,
bullseye.
correct, 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 correct. Wow, this was very well explained, Dhaval. Let me just give an opportunity to all our audiences here if they have any questions and they want to get some doubts clarified. So, guys, Dhaval
Yeah.
is all here. His knowledge is really, really very immense in all these subjects. If anybody has any questions, you want to chat with him on a DM or something, why don't you pen down your details also if you have a website or any.
I can give my WhatsApp number. That's
Okay. Okay.
8767
Hmm.
I have also mentioned that in the comment box as well.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
So
Awesome.
you can
Okay.
ask me any questions. I don't charge any consultation fee, but
Hmm. Hmm.
obviously there has to be an energy exchange,
Correct.
because
Correct.
anything given for free would never be valued. And if
Absolutely.
anyone values it,
Yeah.
then he's, I'm sure, not going to try it,
Hmm. Hmm.
because
Hmm.
everything, even if you see life,
Hmm.
life is also not given for free. We
Hmm.
have
Hmm.
done in past our karmas. Because
Hmm.
of
Hmm.
that, we are born this life. So
Hmm. Hmm.
everything that is there available in universe has a price to
Hmm.
it.
Correct. 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 Wow, that was an amazing chat and learning that I had from this session, Dhaval. Thank you so much for being on board.
Welcome.
Definitely looking forward to try all these techniques and understand what more
Certainly.
science goes behind it, because it's just great to even understand. It's a great learning. It's great. There's so
Yes.
much of science attached to it, and it just the curiosity gets much more stronger when you start
Absolutely.
seeing the results as
Uh,
well.
One of my modality is about fairies and angels, where actually
Mm-hmm.
you can communicate with angels
Wow.
and they
Okay.
solve your problem. So,
Okay.
for
Okay.
example, you just try to concentrate on one of the,
Hmm.
sorry,
Hmm.
you concentrate on angels and you
Hmm.
try to communicate with them. Automatically, somewhere or the other, they will show their presence. Now, for
Okay.
example, you may just see light which is here.
Hmm. Hmm.
Now,
Hmm.
in this
Hmm.
same light, you may see a blink couple of seconds, and then it may
Mm-hmm.
just go away. So that's some
Hmm.
paranormal activity. Many people take it the other way. It's maybe a ghost appearance or something, but
Hmm.
every
Hmm.
soul will
Hmm.
try to show its presence. Just like we go at some place, we try to, make a fuss. If no one is looking at us, we make a fuss to seek attention. So even the other world beings also try to seek attention. So
Wow.
yes, they
Okay.
help us a lot, but it's only when we ask for help.
Wow. So I think it's important that one starts talking to their inner voice, listen to them, and somewhere react accordingly instead of just taking any impulsive choices in life, I think.
Correct.
And
Yes.
your angels, your fairies are all there, always around you. They're there to guide us. It's just upon
Yes.
us how much are we ready to accept their voice, and how much are we
Ab-
wanting to make those changes when required, right?
Yes.
But
Absolutely.
tell me, I also have a question. Now, there are some people who have always come across life who do not believe in all these things at all. They say that
Hmm.
this is all fake. There is nothing like this.
Right.
There are no souls around who
Hmm.
converse with you, who talk to you, who show you
Right.
that path. How do you convince them, or how do you deal with such questions when they
The,
come to you?
these kind of people are very easy to convince because
Okay.
50% of work they are only telling that they are not around, which means somewhere in their mind it is there that
Hmm.
these entities are there, but you can't see them. That's the reason you are telling they are not around.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
these people are very easy to, if you just show them
Hmm.
one fraction or you make them realize the presence, then
Hmm.
they are the first people to follow you blindly.
Hmm.
It's
Hmm.
just अभी के टाइम में हम नॉर्मली बोलते हैं जहाँ
Hmm.
चमत्कार वहाँ नमस्कार, बट दिस
Hmm.
इज
Hmm.
नॉट द केस. जहाँ नमस्कार है वहाँ चमत्कार होना ही है.
Hmm. Hmm. Hmm.
So
Hmm.
where you have
Wow.
faith, miracles will automatically follow. It's not that
Correct.
where you have
Correct.
miracles you have to keep faith. It's
Correct.
not that
Correct.
way. People
Correct.
looking for miracles made it that way, that where there are
Hmm.
miracles you need to put your faith there.
Hmm.
It's
Hmm.
always the
Correct. Correct. And I think, there are certain places, there are certain people, there are certain entities who always make you feel that, right? I mean, why? I
yes.
mean, this is something I've always questioned. Why is it that you want to become friends with someone? Why is it that you like meeting certain people in life? Why is it that certain clients are very special to you? It's nothing to do with the kind of business you transact with them, or the kind of places that you visit, but it's just that
Correct.
vibe you get. And there are sometimes.
It's called the
Yeah.
aura.
Yeah.
It's
Correct.
called
Correct.
as the aura. Now, what
Hmm. Hmm.
happens is every human body has
Hmm.
6 bodies. Now, in
Hmm.
word we call them astral body, we call them
Hmm.
your aura body, you call them
Hmm.
your energy bodies, or you call
Hmm.
them your energy field.
Hmm. Hmm.
So
Hmm.
the layers above our body. Now, for
Hmm.
example, you can see the lines above me. Same
Hmm.
way,
Hmm. Hmm.
this line calculate as one body, which is my physical
Hmm.
body, over that another body, over that
Hmm.
another body, over that another body.
Hmm.
So like that, six to
Hmm.
seven structural layers are there,
Hmm. Hmm.
which a normal body would normal eyes cannot see.
Hmm. 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 Hmm.
So in order to you to enhance the experience, you
Hmm.
require
Hmm.
more concentration levels. So the
Hmm.
reason
Hmm.
why we like someone, we don't like someone is because of their aura and our aura. Just like
Hmm. Hmm.
you everyone would have seen magnets. The
Hmm.
North
Hmm.
Pole and
Hmm.
the South Pole will never touch each
Hmm.
other. Else, if
Correct.
you have
Correct.
two South Poles, will always attract. Same way,
Hmm.
the aura will go and get friendly to other person's aura. We
Hmm.
wouldn't be there.
Hmm.
We would be like
Hmm.
miles away from that person. But that
Hmm.
person's
Hmm.
aura will be in our connection just with that
Hmm.
person.
Hmm.
Even if we
Hmm.
think about that person, our
Hmm.
aura somewhere gets connected to that person. And
Hmm.
that's how a modality called telepathy works. You can actually communicate with
Hmm.
people who are at long distance through telepathy.
Correct. Correct.
So
Correct. Correct.
these all were there in our humanity, or you can say in our ancestral studies and
Hmm.
everything, but it just
Hmm. Hmm.
never practiced them.
Correct. Correct. Correct.
And
Hmm.
aura basically works for each and everything. An
Hmm.
aura, if you are
Hmm.
aware, like if you know about your own aura,
Hmm.
so
Hmm.
you can know 6 months before if any ailment is gonna come to you or not.
Oh,
and
really?
accordingly you can keep taking precautions for
Wow.
that.
Wow. Wow.
So and what happens is a person's aura starts getting dark. Like
Hmm.
there are
Hmm.
some maybe holes start to get into your aura, or
Hmm.
somewhere it starts getting black.
Hmm.
Like
Hmm.
how if I got to break this wall,
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
need to hammer. So somewhere
Correct.
or the other, it will start booking that. So same way,
Hmm.
an aura gets hammered with
Hmm. Hmm.
broken, and that's
Hmm.
when the disease and everything start getting penetrated into your physical body. Now,
Wow.
if you
Hmm.
got to remove someone's blood, you have
Hmm.
to prick 7 layers of your skin,
Correct. Correct.
and then
Hmm.
the needle touches the nerves, and then you
Hmm.
extract the blood. The
Hmm.
same
Hmm.
7 layers of your skin are your 7 layers of your aura.
Aura.
For
Correct.
any
Correct.
disease, for
Hmm.
any you know anything to come into
Hmm.
your own body, the
Hmm.
disease has to strike through 7 layers of your
Hmm.
aura, and that's
Hmm.
when
Hmm.
anything if you are aware
Hmm.
about your own aura, you can certainly rebuild your aura, restructure it, and
Hmm.
keep
Hmm.
yourself from any problems. And that's all. And we do meditation, we do these for our self protection as well, because we deal
Hmm.
with people with a lot of negativity, and
Hmm.
how
Hmm.
our aura absorbs their negativity so that they get positive energy and positive aura.
Right, right, right. I think this is very valid also. And in these times where you hear people saying that, oh, I have lost so much, I have not made up to my finances, I've lost so much business, people talking about how they've lost their jobs. I think it's important that you try and talk positive things instead of, saying that, oh, you lost, even I lost this kind of thing. When you
Correct.
meet people, you feel that when you start talking about the losses, it's just a very healthy conversation. But then on the other side, I think that you are not only depreciating their energy, but your own energy is also with the same time. So
I'll
it's,
tell you the thought
yeah.
process what goes
Hmm,
behind this.
hmm,
When
hmm,
you tell about something good,
hmm,
okay,
hmm,
for
hmm,
example,
hmm,
this happened to me. I got lucky. I got prize money. I got
hmm,
lottery and all.
hmm,
So positive vibe starts coming around.
hmm,
Same
hmm,
thing if you talk about negative things like
hmm,
I faced loss, I lost
hmm,
money, I lost my
hmm,
car, I lost my job. So you're
hmm, hmm.
cribbing about the things that happened with you.
Correct, correct,
Now,
correct.
the moment you start cribbing,
Hmm,
your karmas start working in that same way.
hmm, 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 hmm,
Whatever you see, obviously karmas will bring it 10 times to you. Now, for right now,
hmm,
if you have lost your job, again when
hmm,
you get your job, you will lose that as well.
hmm,
So
hmm,
always think positive sides of each and every aspect. Never think
hmm,
about the negative part. Negative
hmm,
part, leave it on it. It's gone,
hmm,
that's good. It's
hmm,
for good.
hmm, hmm, hmm,
So
hmm.
cribbing about negative things is not one should take in his life anytime. In fact,
Hmm.
he should look about the new opportunities that he's getting. Now, for example,
Wow,
if
of
a
course.
person lost his job,
Hmm,
maybe the
hmm.
next what's planned for him is much better than what he was in
Correct,
this
correct,
current position. So
correct,
he
correct,
needs to
correct.
see the brighter side of life. And it's
Hmm,
always
hmm,
said, grass is always greener on the other side. So why
hmm,
not
hmm.
reach that other side?
Absolutely, absolutely. I think, Dhaval, you've made so much sense today and you added so much value to this whole live chat. I'm definitely wanting to meet you someday in person, when things get a little better and we shall catch up more. It's just that time is falling short, so I will have to
Sure.
call it a day. Wishing you lots of good
Absolutely.
luck. Yeah, and I hope you can,
Same here.
you can bring in lots of positivity with your thought process and heal as many people as you can, and that will be really, really
Certainly.
amazing. All the
Yes,
very best
absolutely.
to you. Yeah, all the very best to you and
Thank
stay
you.
safe and we shall catch up
Wish
soon.
you the same. You too stay safe,
Yes,
stay
thank
healthy.
you. Thank you. Thank you
Take
so
care.
much. You too. Thank you. So, guys, that was Dhawal Soni, and he's made so much of a difference by just adding those few thought processes of his and how this entire science works around us. You guys have a great Diwali. Stay happy, stay safe. Make sure you don't venture into too many adventurous stuff. But try and be with your family. Have a great time, and yes, keep smiling and share and make positivity around. Share positivity around everywhere. Thank you, and have a great Diwali ahead. Bye bye.